So for those who want to see what a super professional stop motion, particularly Lego stop motion setup looks like, this is what it looks like. So here's the computer. Yeah, an Asus gaming laptop, which works really well. My Dragon frame control, my portable hard drive for storing the photos on, and connector to connect the iPhone 6 as my camera to the computer. Messy clothes to add effect of clutter, and using all my USB ports so I won't have a mouse. See, like, this is how you professionally do it, guys. And yeah, I'm doing this on the floor, sitting crisscross. Kris is sitting on the floor, which makes him crisscross. I get it. That's pretty bad. But yeah, this is what a, like, super professional, like, not makeshift setup looks like. Oh, and water. Always have water when you're filming, because you need to stay hydrated. Here is set number 1. This should be the wilderness scene, which is at the beginning and the end of the video. This platform will be where the action takes place. One took a little barren, so there's not much on it. And this will be to fill in on the sides whenever the camera is capturing more of the sand and we don't want to just be the floor, because that's where we'll be resting. And then we have our characters over here. Here's the Jesus minifigure. Let's get that into focus. There we go. So I used Jedi robes for that, and some longer hair. Pretty happy with how it turned out. And then for Satan, we have him in his snake form, which will be like this, just a plain Lego snake, one from Ninjago. And then the minifigure isn't even custom made. This is exactly how he comes in his set. Originally he scales from Ninjago, but kind of reminds me of the Answers in Genesis Satan that they had in the A's for Adam books, so I'm keeping him. I think it'll work. So, I don't have a camera stand yet, but I made one that I can mount my phone in while it's plugged into the computer. It's pretty primitive, reminds me of McDonald's, but I think it will work. So I've started shooting for the pinnacle on the temple scene. Here's the temple, and so I'll explain how this works. So the bottom, I just needed to make it raised for the sake of the camera angles. And so that's not going to be seen on camera. And then so I don't accidentally show some grain on the camera, I made this strip of colored bricks. That way when I'm doing camera angles, if I see a little bit of color at the bottom, it's really obvious. Basically it's hollow, and the back's all colored. And then the gold pieces, almost all of them came from that pyramid behind there, what was it called? Pharaoh's Quest. That was a good series. And then a few pieces from this chariot, the old Lego Castle series. That was good too. But yeah, so we've got, I think, 3 or 4 shots on this. So about to get started. We're done with the wilderness. So here we go. So I made an upgrade to my camera stand for the temple scene because they're both high up. And yeah, it's not the most graceful looking object, but it worked, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna tear down the temple now, because we're finished with that scene, and now we're moving on to the mountain, which I believe may be the hardest scene definitely in terms of special effects, because I'm assuming that you've already seen the video, so you'd figure out why. But yeah, so onward to the mountain. So here's the storyboard. We've got, let's see, we've got 6 shots left, and then we'll be done with taking photos. But something that's more interesting than this is probably my favorite set that I've built for this video, is we have the mountain. And of course, it's only part of the mountain, so I'll probably be filming from, and I'm just guessing here, probably like this angle, just a little low. Because I added detail to the mountain, so I want to capture at least some of it. So maybe something like this. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. My brothers think it looks like something from The Hobbit, and they're right. But I'm pretty happy with it. It looks mountainy. There's the throne too. We're going to smash that to pieces. That'll be fun. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but it's going to break into pieces. And I did make it look a little bit like people have been here before. Like it's kind of a place where people might have lived. But the Bible doesn't really say what mountain it is, so I just made one up. Well, I'm going to go and finish the video. Enjoy the rest of the behind the scenes. So, just in case a few people are confused, I'm going to explain why Jesus looks like this in the one shot where the throne, Satan's throne, gets struck by lightning, and he responds to the final temptation. So basically, this is meant to be Jesus in his kingly form. So, because Satan's tempting him, saying, hey, you worship me and you can become king of the earth. Jesus is already king. He's not acting king at that point. He's still in control, but he hasn't won the battle yet, even though it's already decided. Jesus wins in the end. But yeah, so basically, the reason he's got a red cape is that in Revelation, it describes his tunic is stained red with blood. And so this is meant to be kind of like the battle Jesus. So like he knows, basically he's showing Satan his power instead of saying, hey, don't tempt me with ruling the earth. Look at all the power I've got. So that's basically what Jesus is saying, is that I don't need the power that you offer. It's not real. And that's why the throne, if you look in the background when it gets struck by lightning, it actually you can see that it's broken in the next shot. The sword is so that there's a visible sword. The Bible says that the sword is his word, or his mouth, but this made it easier to tell. The chest plate added to the battle effect, like made him look like he was ready for war. And then white, representing that his holiness, and then there's the crown, because he's the King of Kings. So that's why Jesus looks like this. So this is the storyboard, and which lists all the shots, and you notice something? They all have been ticked, which means they're finished. All the shots are finished. All the shots are finished. Finally! Now to editing.